just fishing, fishing, just fishing.
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
Fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
just fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
just fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
fishing.
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
All right, here we go, guys. In Mattituck Inlet. Oh, he's putting on his Jets hat. He's putting on his Jets hat.
Jets.
What's the message for the Philly fans or the Eagle fans? Not the opinion of Jigging jerks. I'm a Jet fan. Just one insane dentist. Breaking Mattituck Inlet. It's gonna pour today. There's gale force warnings in effect starting at around 11. Hard rain starting at around 10 a.m. It's just before 7. Doc and I are just gonna stay local. My charter was canceled today because of that forecast, and fish for 2.5, 3 hours for tog and see how we do. We're gonna just hit the beaches here. Very short window. Hopefully they cooperate when we get to the spot, and we'll see how we do. Today was gonna be the Billies tournament that we were gonna fish in with my charter, with Ernesto, and that got canceled. Now rescheduled
So it's
for
a
next.
tournament between me and Hal.
Oh God, no, it's not. And we got some fresh crabs, and we'll see how we do. All right, here we go, guys. And as you heard in that intro, it's just Doc and I. Saturday, October 21, a horrible weather prediction day. Gale force warning or gale warning in effect in eastern Long Island. Heavy rain coming. It's right around 7 a.m. when we're leaving the dock. We were hoping to get 3 hours of fishing and wound up being around 2 hours of fishing. But yeah, very productive. You heard Doc saying it's a competition between us on this day or a tournament between us. We'll see how that worked out. But yeah, something I learned on this trip, something I never do, and that's consistently use whole crabs. Now, not in the beginning. You're going to see I'm going to catch a keeper on the second drop once we get to the spot. But then we noticed a lot of small fish in these shallow areas, bouldery areas, here in eastern Long Island off Mattituck. And after a while, that's all you're getting, the small fish, and or they're stealing your bait. And I decided to just stick with a whole crab, let those small ones peck away at it, but they can't take it, and you just wait and wait for that big one to come. Not as much action, but I wound up with 5 keepers, the last 4 doing that. Gear I'm using, the Jigging Jerks VRC tog rod. Great jigging rod for tog, 1 ounce and under. I'm going to start with a 1 ounce Skinner bucktail, a Skinner Blackfish jig. I'm going to move down to a 1/2 ounce. Notice that the lighter jig made a big difference. A lot easier to feel everything with that lighter jig. And I did upgrade. You'll hear me talking about that nonstop. I upgraded the Tsunami Vic 2000 with 10-pound braid that I normally use to a Penn Slammer 2500 with 30-pound braid. The lesson I learned on my last trip with Doc, where I had a huge fish just peel away line till he broke me off in the rocks. I was determined not to let that happen again. Like I said, this is going to be the second drop, what we're going to start off with, and I'm immediately going to hook into a keeper. How many fish do you want to keep?
3 if we catch them.
Yeah, because I don't want any.
I'll put the board back here.
Oh yeah, get the board out of our way. That way we can, because my line is going that way.
Put the board back there.
Jesus, dude, it's immediate.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a good one. I have this rod cranked and it's
Oh, not bad. Not bad for
2 seconds. That's a keeper.
Oh, yeah. That might be a keeper, right?
Hey, I think it is. Where's your measuring? Definitely a keeper, dude.
Ooh, nice. It's right here. Here's my legs.
Yep, 16 and a half.
Okay.
There's the 17. And I got that first keeper on my second drop, literally my second drop. And then it was all small fish, one after the other. Putting a half crab on, like I said in the beginning, that's what I normally do. And I decided, let me try a whole crab, see if we can weed out those smaller fish and get one of the bigger fish to eventually take it. And yeah, that strategy was going to work the rest of the day. Not something I normally do, but when you're in a spot with a lot of small fish mixed in with some big ones, not the worst idea to just put the whole crab on, shell on, and wait for the big one to really overtake the small ones and take that whole crab. Oh, there you go. I had a bite on the whole crab here. Still on. Oof.
Was it a good hit?
Straight down on the whole crab. See if he comes back.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh.
This is good.
Okay.
On the whole crab.
Oh.
And I have the 30-pound test, and it's locked down. It's not taking any drag. No, I don't need a net.
I think he's a keeper.
I think he's a keeper too. I'll tell you if I need a net. You fish. That was on a whole crab. Yeah, he's a keeper.
Oh, he's a keeper, right?
Yeah, we'll measure, but I think he's bigger than the first one. And what we realized was we were using too heavy a jigs, 1 ounce. We both switched it up to a 1/2 ounce jig. And yeah, I think it helped us with the presentation, allow that bait to move more readily than with the 1 ounce, and immediate results as soon as I switched to the 1/2 ounce. Oh.
Is it?
Yeah. Put it in its mouth. You know, with the smaller jig too, it could be smaller ones doing that.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is not small.
Oh. Oh.
Not the tight drag, 30-pound. Yeah, I didn't. No, I don't need a net. You fish. Man, with the lighter jig though, it makes a big difference. It's gonna be borderline. Might be a little short. I don't know yet. What do you think?
I don't know. That's borderline.
Borderline. Look at his mouth. He's fat, but not.
But it was good that we moved.
Yeah, and measuring the fish here, just barely made it, a little over 16 inches. And you heard Doc say it's a good thing we moved. We only moved about 30 feet, but very similar to the red grouper fishing I do in the winter in Florida. You pick a couple keepers at one of the spots, and you just start catching small ones. And really all it takes is a slight move, and you start catching keeper red grouper again. Same thing today. We made 3 or 4 little moves, and every time we did, we'd pick a couple keepers. Very interesting phenomenon. I'm presuming they're very bouldery where we are, and the bigger ones are just close to their home boulder. And, we're going to go another 10 minutes without a fish. Rick is going to call. He's going to be the good luck charm. Again, I'm going to use a whole crab, and this is what we're going to catch.
We catch big fish too. Oh yeah, okay. Remember the 8-pounder you stole from Cliff?
Oh, that was last year, right? Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Oh shit, he's on a good fish.
I'm on a big one.
He's on a big fish. He's on a big fish.
And I have the heavier leader.
I gotta get the net.
Yeah, this is a good one. I just saw it.
That's a good fish.
Oh, it's a good foul hooked fish. Don't worry about the net. Look at this. And it's foul hooked.
Oh my God. Nice fish.
Yeah. About a 18, 19 inch fish hooked in the belly, but the Halkias rod brought it up no problem. Wow. And yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Clearly, he took my crab. I was late to set, but I managed to snag him in the belly. Biggest fish of the day was going to be that one. And thank you, Doc, for the net. Didn't really need it, but always good to have it. When it's a slightly bigger fish, you don't want to break your leader when you're lifting it out of the water.
Oh, you know what, John? Cut the shit.
It's another keeper.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh! good, Johnny.
We're not keeping any more, so he goes back.
Oh.
You,
One more.
you want one more? Just give him a measure for good. Yep. Doc, he's right at 16. Like literally a hair past the 16. I'm letting him go.
Okay.
You don't want any headaches if somebody starts measuring it too close, but a hair over. Well, the first fish I caught was a sea bass. Now, feel the wind picking up?
When the blackfish start biting, they dominate.
You feel the wind picking up?
I do. It's like clockwork. Like clockwork, just it switched to the north already.
Yeah. And the seas are rippling now. It's getting really dark. Look to the west, that's probably rain over there.
This spot, I gotta try this spot more. It's very active. Very active.
Wow, you're not kidding about the whole crab getting hit right away.
Yep.
Barely down. There's the wind. Wow, wow. Remember,
Kidding me?
the net. And yeah, one of my biggest fears anytime I'm boating far from home is that weather just picking up and being crazy, and that was the case today. I don't know if you could tell in that last clip I showed, but it literally went from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. It went from flat calm, flat still, not a ripple in the water, to that north wind just coming in out of nowhere and howling. And we were 3 or 4 miles from our dock, not far. We're fishing in Mattituck. We're just east of Mattituck Inlet, but we did not want to take any chances, and we skedaddled out of there. Total fishing time, just about 2 hours. I very fortunate. I got 5 keepers. Doc did a great job putting us on the fish, which is my subtle way of saying, unfortunately, none of his fish were keepers. But that's the way it works sometimes. Next time we go out, he'll have the 5 keepers and I'll have the none. Thank you, Doc, for a great day. And yeah, we got in just in the nick of time before this rain and the 30-mile-an-hour winds really kicked into high gear. And the big lesson on this trip, when you're fishing these shallow spots with a lot of small fish, once you get that bite going, don't be afraid to put a whole crab on. No, keep the shell on. And that gives the bigger fish an opportunity to muscle their way in and take that crab. You have the shell off, half crab. Those little fish just attack it until you either catch them or they take your bait. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you like these videos, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like content like this, please consider subscribing.